Sandoval approached you at Hotel Ziggy, urging you to reply to his email about the sale of the house.
I don't communicate with Tom Sandoval.
I don't want to bother you, but I just want to make sure you got the email that I sent earlier, like a month ago. And
My lawyer has it.
I know we want to get things going, get things moving, and if he could just have him respond so we can start working on stuff,
Him emailing me personally is not an appropriate means of settling the house dispute. My lawyer is who will be communicating with Tom Sandoval. So regardless of how a response happens, it will never be coming from my personal email. Did he even think for 1 second that maybe his offer was bullshit and there wasn't gonna be a response until there was a counter offer that was legitimate?
And what was bullshit about it?
He sent a letter of intent. It was not a formal offer letter or whatever you would call it. There was nothing on there about who am I responding to. It was very oddly written, and it came not attached, but supposed to be attached to an email that was saying things like, "Hi, hope you're well." The whole thing was like very informal, and I'm not exactly sure who he paid, unless he went on like LegalZoom to draft this up, because the amount of money was, there's no appraisal done, right? He's making up dollar amounts based on, I don't know who the he talked to. So in the email, there's like a mention of how he'll generously and graciously allow me to stay in the house until I find a new place to live. But then of course also there's no mention of anything about the furniture or the other things that are in the home. So, and a really important part of the home is the, nearly $100,000 in furniture that was purchased for said home. And if that's just like not mentioned in there, it's like, so what exactly am I agreeing to here if I accept this offer? Motherfucker. It's so fucking weird.
I have like a healthy amount of delusion that I like to wake up and
yes,
think,
of course.
but I want to, that level of delusion is like really something.
Did it ever come, I'm asking because I don't know, does there ever come a point where like, and I asked you this off camera, I was like, is there a point where like, hey, we just got to sell the house and just go our own ways?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've gone back and forth for sure. I don't want to have to deal with like getting in the market and like moving and taking all that time.
It's definitely not a good time right now.
I mean, I've been making all the payments for, I don't even know, 9, 10 months now. And she's currently suing me.
Oh.
So it's still pretty messy right now.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we're working on it. We're trying to come to a solution.
Are you still hoping you can keep the house despite her court filing?
Yes, I am. I mean, I think somebody should. I use it. I will use it. We shoot the podcast there. The band sets up in the living room and plays. Also that middle room that I'm wanted to turn into a bar. Obviously, I'm holding off.
She's moving, right? He's going to keep the house. He's been bitching about how he wants to bring his he's told me how he wants to bring his kids up in that backyard where he put.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, he told me that. He was like, dude, I've got history here, and like I'm trying to still build the bar. I put that fire pit out in the backyard. Like
I'm trying to build the bar for 5 years.
He goes, I can see my kids running up and down those stairs.
Oh God, no.
I was like, what?
Well, that's the first thing that he needs to learn.
When did he say
Those
that?
stairs are not conducive to child playing.
I don't think Tom Sandoval has a real good sense of what boundaries mean or any sense of respect for me whatsoever. So when I stated that we had a no contact policy and he kind of like repeatedly decides to just honor that whenever he pleases, I think it just goes to show that the lack of respect is still alive and well. You don't get to just like change your mind and then make demands of other people who are having to play catch up to your whims.
Tell me about Joe at Hotel Ziggy.
I remember them being pretty hard on Joe.
You're gonna bully you. Take the hat off.
There were some jokes about Joe.
She's a rat girl.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but we do that to everybody.
We're a tough crowd.
Yeah. I remember walking in to SUR the first time in my little romper, and like Scheana and Katie were sitting out there, who had been very nice to me, but even just that walk-in was just so intimidating for me. So I get how Joe would be feeling for sure.
It's scary.
You've been throwing rocks, but like, for what, because I call you like a whore? Like, well, I mean, call it as I see it.
I can't say that we've bullied her. Number one, we know how that word sits with me. Katie for sure needs to disengage in the comment section. I think she takes it way too far. It's like Joe has a very small platform. Katie is a known person with millions of followers. Like, let's not do that to Joe. Let's not do that to anybody, right? We're not trolls.
I don't like trolls.
No one's, well, besides Scheana, trying to take her hat off.
Take the hat off.
How much money do I need
I'm gonna bully you. Take the hat off.
I guess she is bullying her a little bit right now.
I think I was just kind of on one that day.
You don't need to wear a Tom Tom hat. We're good.
You know, I decided I had just recently weaned off Zoloft. I felt like it was a safe night to drink. No one drove.
I actually have a little bit of respect for Joe because if I had a hat on and someone came up and tried to remove it, I think that's the one point in time that I'd pop a motherfucker. If I would have seen that, I would have told her to like disengage. Like, it's one thing to like say it.
It's funny for me to hear.
Obviously, anyone who knows me, I'm not a mean girl. I'm not someone who attacks someone's appearances. So I think that was maybe my way of trying to be like, I don't like you, but also give some unsolicited advice in a weird way where I'm just like, look, I'm just saying, I mean, if you're a hairstylist, why are you always wearing a hat? I think knowing that she was complicit in this affair made me a little extra towards her.
I don't think she should automatically expect that all the girls are just gonna like welcome her with open arms after being like Kristen's friend who kind of sneaked in, you know?
Well, that's why
I mean, obviously don't be mean and don't like do whatever, but I wasn't there obviously, but you know, it's just, she can't expect you guys to just run over and give her a big hug or something.
No one deserves to be bullied. However, people deserve to be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
And Joe drove with Raquel to Big Bear and then left Raquel with Tom Sandoval in Big Bear. You're gonna get some shit from us when we know that you were covering for her.
The night that Ariana found the phone.
That is so bizarre,
And you were in New York. Joe sent a group chat to Ariana, Tom Sandoval, and Raquel and said, I love you all. I care about all of you. And it's really difficult for me right now.
And people say I made it about me.
And also because right before she started trying to Tom Schwartz, she's texting Katie, I love you, my fellow Justin Bieber lover. And she would never reach out to Tom and say, can I cut your hair? She would reach out to Katie and go, even when they were already divorced, I would love to cut Tom's hair. Katie, you mean the world to me, blah, blah, blah. Of course everyone's gonna feel the feelings that they feel. It's like Tom Sandoval. You made these choices, you continue to make the choices, you're continuing to act the way that you act. The only thing I feel slightly bad for Joe about is Tom Schwartz making her feel as if she's sort of his girlfriend and then everyone else, including my friend Lena, who owns the hair salon, that is not the case.
Joe has a moment at Hotel Ziggy.
She was like hyperventilating.
Oh, really?
Joseph, what are you doing? What's wrong? Are you crying? Joseph, what's up? What happened?
I just didn't like being attacked.
I want to go home. Oh, that's sad.
It was way sad.
What
was that about?
I was gonna ask you guys what if you knew what it was about.
Probably like nothing. She tends to just have these moments that it's like kind of nothing.
Yeah.
I've been in this group for many, many, many years, and I'd still be petrified, even if I was in that situation to walk in, and especially with those girls, man. You know how they hype each other up.
She's a psychopath, you guys. Come on.
Just wear braids. If you're a hairdresser, like, why are you wearing a hat?
She's a rat girl.
I don't know what to do.
And they all get in each other's heads and ear each other and make something out of nothing. No girl is going to be okay in that. Many have tried, all have failed.
Well, there's some deeper stuff going on in her personal life that wasn't talked about, which was the catalyst, but that sure as heck didn't help. Let's not forget the filming a TV show component too, because we're so I don't fucking care about camera. We never pay it. We just do our thing.
Right.
We're so used to falling apart, but like maybe the first time you had a meltdown on camera.
Yes, it is your fault. Off, man.
Afterwards, you're like, what have I done? How am I gonna look? You become like neurotic.
Yeah.
Maybe the first even year, or maybe not all of us. Like I saw her later that night, and she was like in great spirits.
If you can't hang, then there's the door, baby. That's a song.
Oh.
Ariana, you were there in Vegas when this kiss happened.
Yeah.
But you didn't know about it then.
No. I remember kissing Scheana that night. like on the casino floor.
What casino was it?
I don't know. The carpet was red. I was real f***ed up.
Was it the Golden Nugget?
Me and Ariana made out in a swimming pool at the f***ing Golden Nugget. Yes.
The Golden Nugget?
Yeah.
That's like an all-time low.
Are you kidding me? I love that place.
No.
Okay.
We've had a few moments. She's a good kisser. And she's hot as so yeah. But now in my relationship with Brock, that is like a big no-no. He is not cool with that whatsoever. So I have to respect our relationship, and there is no more kissing girls.
Why is that a problem for him?
It just really bothers him. It's a trigger from a past relationship. When I met Brock, I was kind of in a thing with a girl, and he knew that. So I think our relationship starting out that way, yeah.
It feels like so long ago. I mean, it is so long ago, but
I know.
it feels longer.
But he was there watching her and I at her birthday party make out, and then Brock and I started dating, and I had to completely cut her off, and I hurt her, and it was like we were also friends, but we were kind of exploring and seeing if we were gonna take it further, but then I met Brock, so I never was able to fully explore that relationship. Fast forward, there were a few drunken kisses with Raquel, Ariana, and he was like, okay, look, if they add value to your life, and it's just, you know, if it, like, maybe, but I knew it still made him uncomfortable. And then there was the Dana and I kiss at Coachella last year, and that's where he's like, I'm drawing the f***ing line, never do that again. You know, we were having a moment, we were feeling it, and she kissed me, and I let it go for maybe a second too long, and I saw the look on his face after, and I was like, noted. Got it.
Listen, we all have a highlight reel of our past, and that's hers, and I have mine. And we met, and then since then, that's what kind of matters. I don't really. The annoying thing is when when the past keeps lingering around, you know.
That
the max.
It was the thing. I bought you a f***ing Apple Watch.
I'm not saying you're crazy.
Just buy an Apple Watch for a guy like bang one time.
And the Rob. Look, I'll be a man enough to be like, hey, what up, and like live my life without being bothered by you, but like, you kick rocks.
Well said, yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, it was f***ing annoy me. But anyway.
Having all the exes around?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about it is like just looking at him like, damn, you set the bar real low. Like it's just a constant reminder that I'm like, oh yeah, we're good. You know, we're fine.
It's true.